first, when we're looking at the proposal writing, why would the workshops meet the objectives of the program, and how students will benefit from the workshop? So those are the 3 bullet points. I will also be giving them a proposal writing template checklist, the rubrics for the section B, and a reflection sheet. The first thing that we went through the process is I went through the situational writing rubric of the class first. Then after that, I looked at the question reference for the bullet points. Then I would show the exemplars of the work. So this was something that was really good, and this was something that was not as good. One thing that we use in our school is the iPad. Actually, I got them to do a little bit of marking. I actually scrub all my comments from the exemplars that I uploaded, and then I get them to identify what is the points and what is done or what is not done as well. So that was additional element. After we've done all that, then I'll give them their assignment. Why I wait until the end is because the moment I return them the assignment, they'll stop listening to me. So this is what happened. After I went through all that, then I gave them the feedback template. I would get them to use the feedback template to actually assess their own work. And the final step will be the reflection. So here's basically what I marked. The A1 will be the first workshop. B1 would be why would the workshop meet the program objectives, and C1, this student didn't put a C1. The benefit to the students is missing. So similarly for A2 and B2, the student actually did indicate C2. So this was my general comments. They are missing C1, good elaboration and use of personal response. This was the students' work. I actually get them to copy and paste all the information first. So I gave them the codes. Okay, you have all these elements in your proposal. What do you have that is in there and what is not? So you can see that this student missed out C1. The information is over here. Then I made them think about this second part. Why are these components so important? They have to explain. You can see that what did I not do well for this component? The student wrote, I missed out on writing this component. You can really see that this student is already focusing and engaging feedback. This was the reflection on the student. Did I send the feedback given? Why not? It tells me accurately what I did not write down, and well, proper ways to write a formal proposal and how to avoid making too many errors. What will I do differently? Some annotation here and there, I can't guarantee it, honest student, or write formally and detailed. Do you find this less useful? Why or why not? So this student is all right, but since I can't have specified feedback often, it's a little vague, and I still might not know where my mistakes are usually at. That's actually a takeaway for myself that, okay, maybe I have to go and start working on my feedback to be a bit more specific and a bit more concrete. This is the example, right? At the end of the class, I will make the students do this reflection, and then after I will collect everything again. So script 2, this is what the students said, the same stuff as previously. But the next point that is interesting is over here. Yes, I understand the feedback given, but I feel like the feedback should include what I can do to get better marks. Like maybe if my explanation is unclear, just more feedback. When I saw this, I added in the reflection. We were talking about the dialogical process, right? Now, the student actually responded to me, and now I'm actually feedbacking. At first, it was an empty space, so I went to add in. To improve further, can use the given info more judiciously to link to your own personal ideas and responses. It actually gives me a way to communicate with them. The fact that they were able to write it down, then I was able to look back at it. I thought this was actually pretty good. I give you another script. I'm just jumping straight to the part that the students are adding on. Yes and no. Yes, because I know how to give more explanation so that I achieve more marks. No, because I do not understand what it meant when I didn't address it properly. Right? This is what the student said. Student compared, this is C2, not completely addressed because I did not understand it completely. This is what I wrote previously. After the student did that, I went back again to explain how does this link to benefiting them, the students, in their studies. It is an extra bit of work. The fact that they are able to respond to it is pretty useful. This is the reflection that we got from this particular aspect. Just by including the checklist and the reflection, we actually make the students understand the feedback and the marking codes more. We also made them think about the importance of each of the bullet points. One thing that I notice about our students is that they always keep repeating the missing of bullet points. They don't seem to get it. But this time around, we actually broke it down for them. What they did was they identified which points they addressed and those they missed out on, understand the reason for their marks, why they get it, and then they also considered how to improve. My hope is that they'll be able to take this and then apply it to the next context. The use of cover page and template allows teacher to communicate and engage with the students in a dialogic manner. Most of the time, we write the comments, we give back to the students, and then that's it. Whether they understand or not is another question. The fact that I took back the reflection sheet, I thought was really useful. I was able to have that dialogical communication, and it helped.